production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. We've got Wells. Santi Aldama is out there with Ty Jerome. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot. And for the Mavericks, big man on the 4 for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Flag is out there with Christie. And it's Marshall in at the 3 slot. So Memphis will get the first possession. Possessions can't end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, 2 of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. A 3 ball. And Gafford throws it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
And GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Here's Jerome. Pass to Hendricks. Now Aldama. Here's the triple. And it's flagged with the rebound. About a minute played so far here in the first. And here is Gafford. Now, here's Washington. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shot from the low block. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Aldama. Takes it off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Christie. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. So for Dallas, their last game, a win against the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Jerome. And the 3 off target.
You have to defend the 3-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Now Flag. Christie with the screen for Flag. Back to Christie. Fires the 3. No good. For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Aldama. Pass to Jerome. Good on the 3-point shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Mavericks trail by 4. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Now, here's Wells. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Aldama passes to Wells for the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
And the fact that they did all of that on the road was really impressive.
And that one's good. Flag.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Jerome. Here's Wells. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Fires for 3. A rebound by Washington.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Christie. Christie with the screen for Flag. To the middle. Here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Here's Jerome. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Here's Wells. Marshall defending. 6 to shoot. Here's Jerome. That three off the mark.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Christie. Now Gafford, guarded by Jerome. Now Washington, over in the corner, Marshall. Cans it from downtown. Marshall's got 5 points so far.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Now Jerome. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
And the NBA starting, Greg, to enter the third act of the regular season. A lot of teams looking for that extra gear right now.
Yeah, some fans might think that everything is decided at this point of the season, but there's a lot of games left and nothing is written in stone.
Here's Flag. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Jerome. That ball is in the basket now. He's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Pass to Marshall. Over in the corner, Christie. Here's Flag, guarded by Jerome. And Flag gets it to go on the assist by Christie.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Wells with it. Back to Jerome. Yep, that one goes. He's got 10.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots drop.
Pass to Flag. Christie with the screen on Jerome. Fires it up. And it's Flag missing.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Here's Hendricks. Back to Jerome. Lets a floater go. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Christie. And here is Gafford. Gafford sets the pick for Flag. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. The Mavericks have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. So, Greg, for Cooper Flag, both of his parents were college basketball players.
Yeah, and I love that Cooper's mom calls him String Bean. Though at this point, he's a powerful young man, and he also has a twin brother, Ace, who's got some talent as well.
Marshall with the steal. Pass to Washington. Christie kicks to Washington. Now Flag. Back to Washington. Just 4 to shoot. Tries again. And Flag with the layup. Flag's got 10.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Here's Jerome. 12 points for him. Nailed from three-point land. He has 5.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Here's Flag. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Hendricks. And he converts the layup. And now it's a three-point Grizzly lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass the flag. With the drive, here's Christie. Drills the three-pointer. Christie's got it all tied up now for the man.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. There's a chance. Let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. In third, the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long. So that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Now, Eldama. He's got 5. Hendricks passes to Jackson. Nembhard grabs the board.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Back to Jerome. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
The Grizzlies shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The Mavericks trail. Pass to Middleton. Flag with it. 10 points for him. Screen by Gafford. And it's flag missing.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Thompson comes in for Flag. And it's Williams in for Max Christie. Now here's Anderson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the basket is good. Here's Nembhard. 1:21 left in the first quarter. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Spencer. Nembhard covering. Pass to Pippen. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Dallas. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Here's Nembhard. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Nembhard following the score by Memphis. Thompson outside. Will it go? Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And this is Thompson's calling card, an exceptional shooter from downtown.
Jackson looking around. Anderson in the post. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Takes an incredible amount of focus and concentration. That's making the most of the possession.
Ty Jerome has been leading the charge for Memphis. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
You've got Bagley. Klay Thompson is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Williams. And it's Nembhard in at the point guard. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And we need to mention the impact he had on the defensive side as well. He blocked a couple shots and altered others.
Here's Pippen, following the basket by Chris Middleton. Lets it go from 14. Pippen, no luck. Mavericks trailed by 4. Middleton finds Nembhard. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Out to Thompson, the 3. And Pippen pulls it down. Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to Sacramento. Anderson outside. Pass to Jackson. Pippen for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. High post Bagley. He's against Anderson. Bagley the pass to Nembhard. Takes it inside. Anderson with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. It's Nembhard on the wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
How about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Now here's Anderson. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And the Mavericks with some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Bagley. Marshall comes in for Klay Thompson. And Flagg subbed in for Williams. Pass to Jerome. Jackson, a screen on Nembhard. Jerome passes to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jerome against Nembhard. Jerome, good. Jerome's got 17.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Nembhard. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Middleton left side. Tries it from 19. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Middleton's got 4 this quarter.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
To the paint. Here's Jerome. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Flag with it, guarded by Jerome. A shot by Nembhard and nobody around.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Wells passes to Anderson. Outside Jackson. Pass to Jerome. From the arc. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Now, here's Washington. Marshall finds Washington. Here's Nembhard. Marshall sets a screen for Nembhard. From deep, Washington gets it to go from beyond the arc. Washington's got 5.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Jerome with the screen for Wells. The Grizzlies with another miss. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Now, Flag. 10 points for him. Middleton inside the three-point line. Again, the Mavericks score.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isola. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Memphis also making a switch. Hendricks is checked in. And here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Sacramento.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
That shot wide open. Jerome's got 22 points. For Dallas, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Nembhard, the pass to Washington. Back to Nembhard. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, rebounded by Jackson.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
And here are the Mavericks now. Grizzlies making the shot. Gafford finds Marshall. Pass to Nembhard. Jackson against Washington. Fires from way outside. And it's Coward with the rebound.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
That was a complete lapse in judgment.
Jerome with it. Nembhard covering. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jerome's got the lead up to 6 now for Memphis.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Pass the Flag. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Here's Hendricks. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. And that one is good from Jerome.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass the flag. Back to Washington. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Washington's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he's raising the stakes here in the second quarter and being more efficient in the process.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isola. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Dallas making a switch here. Christie's checked in. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis.
Substitution on the court.
Now here's Wells. Marshall defending. Jerome deciding where to go with it. Back to Aldama. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Tim, you think about rim-running centers. Daniel Gafford typifies that type of player.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a great finisher. He knows when to dive at the rim. And what you like with Gafford is that he's willing to meet you there defensively as well.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for Dallas, P.J. Washington. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And it's tied up with that one. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here are the Mavericks now, trailing by 2. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Kevin?
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Memphis has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Wells with it. Back to Jerome. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Looking now, it's the numbers for Najee Marshall.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
Flag with it, guarded by Jerome. Pass to Gafford. Dallas moving the ball around. Christie kicks to Washington. Shot clock at 5. Here's flag. A three-pointer off the mark. Grizzlies have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And here is Wells. Here's Jerome, and he has 28 points for the game. Now Aldama. Here's Wells. And again, Memphis no good. Pass to Christie. Over to the left wing. Now, here's Marshall. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Nets in Brooklyn. Back to Christie. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Christie's got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavericks. Jerome with it. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. And Memphis turns it over again.
Yeah, he was surprised by that. I don't think he knew the pass was for him.
Dallas leading by 3. Pass to Gafford. Here's Flag. He's got 15. Now Washington. Now Christie. Here's Flag. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 6-point Dallas lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Jerome has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
Yeah, these games come down to making big plays in big spots, and they just didn't make enough of those.
Here's Gafford. Grizzlies making the shot. Over to the wing. Here's Flag. Just 5 on the clock. Buries it from 3-point range. Washington's got 14.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Pass to Coward. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Christie. Banked in off the glass. Christie's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Here's Hendricks. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Looking for Jerome. He gets it there. Here's Aldama. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
14-5.
The Grizzlies haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. The first free throw is good.
Now here in the second quarter, he's getting to the line. I like the aggressiveness.
Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Flag. He's got 18. And here's Marshall from the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Aldama's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Jerome. This one for 3. No good on that one. And so the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
And I'm here with Coach Jason Kidd. Tell me, Coach, what do you want your defensive priorities to be in the second half?
Well, they got some talented guys on that side, so we got to protect the paint. And, you know, we got to contest the twos. We're giving up too many layups, but we settled in here, so we're in a good spot.
No easy ones for them in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Okay, they're thinking about the shot. Next time. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Dallas Mavericks.
One thing that stands out is the care factor. They're protecting the ball like it's a newborn. I love you, little baby.
Ah, nicely put, big fella. Suddenly, I see you running a daddy daycare. All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. This question comes from BSmooth94 asking, which one of you three is the best liar? I'll take this one, fellas. Be smooth. None of us have ever told a lie.
Ooh, he's good.
Very convincing, Ernie.
See, but now I don't know whether to believe you guys, though. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, Ty Jerome getting it done today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
Mavericks leading by 8. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. We've got Ty Jerome. Jalen Wells is out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. And a wide open look for Flag. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. There's Jerome. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Thursday, they'll take on Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Then you know for that matchup with Charlotte, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
5 to shoot. Pass to Christie. Hits it from 3-point range. Christie's got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Wells. Here's Coward, defended by Christie. And that one's good. Coward.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Flag. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Free throw good. Flag. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
A shot by Wells, no good. Mavericks leading by 12. Pass to Christie. Here's Flag. Buries it down low. That's 23 points for Cooper Flag.
That brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
Jerome passes to Hendricks. And the rejection by Gafford. Down low. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
At the line for Dallas, Daniel Gafford, shooting 1.
And Jerome has got the ball here for Memphis. 17-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. Fifth on the list, Cooper Flag.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
And again, Memphis no good.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
Dallas moving the ball around. There's the pick. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Drains the three-pointer. Washington's got 17.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Here's Hendricks. No good again that time.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
To the inside, Washington. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. Washington's got 5 points now this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Coward, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now, here's Gafford. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Hendricks, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Well, coaches love that hustle. Not only getting the extra possession, but then converting it.
One shot.
And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Here's Jerome. 28 points for him. And here is Wells. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Gafford's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now, here's Gafford. He has 5. There's a screen by Washington. Hits the three-point line. 26 points for Cooper Flag.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Here's Hendricks. He's got 5. Looking for Jerome. He gets it there. And the shot goes in. Jerome's got 30.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Pass to Gafford. To the left wing. Now, here's Marshall. Gafford passes to Christie. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Flag missing. The Grizzlies trail by 20. And the rejection by Gafford. Here's Coward, covered by Gafford. Hendricks passes to Wells. Takes a 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Flag with it. 26 points for him. Up top, Washington, guarded by Jerome. And he gets the bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Here's Coward to the left side wing. Up top, Jerome launches a 3. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA has its eyes on the old continent. Commissioner Silver said there continues to be an enormous opportunity to take basketball to another level in Europe. The quality of the basketball there has been fantastic, and we think there's a commercial opportunity to create something special. Back to you.
I appreciate the update, Allie. Thank you. And so here's Memphis. After the Mavericks pick up 3. No one near as Jerome lets it go. And Aldama slams it in.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Flag with it, guarded by Jerome. And that one's good. Flag.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Here's Coward. Now Jerome misses the 3.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Good on the bucket.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Now here's Wells. Jerome finds Aldama. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Marshall, averaging 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
That one is off. Dallas making a switch here. Nemhard's checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Scottie Pippen comes in for Jerome. He hits the second from the line. Here's Nemhard. Out to the right wing. Flag with it. He has 31. Back to Nemhard. Just 5 to shoot. Washington with this screen on Pippen. 3, Marshall. Grizzlies with the rebound. Aldama inside. He's covered by Washington. Pass to Nemhard. From past the arc. Here's Marshall. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Those are the kind of effort plays that endear you to the coaches, your teammates, and these fans.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
The Grizzlies shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Anderson outside. Here he goes. And he lays it straight in. Anderson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Dallas has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Bounce pass Nemhard. Here's Flag. And Flag throws it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Spencer. No scoring in this one. There's 1:54 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. With the break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been dialed in defensively this month. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. 1:32 left to play in the 3rd. Jerome passes to Pippen. And here's Jackson. Memphis moving it around. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Bagley, he's checked in for Najee Marshall. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Now here's Middleton. 6 points for him. Again, the Mavericks score.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Outside Jackson. Jacks up a 3. He doesn't hit that one.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open. Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Now here's Anderson. He's got 9. Jackson passes to Jerome. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jerome's got 32 points.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's Thompson. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Thompson's got 6.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And so it's Cooper Flagg making things happen for Dallas. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. Bagley is out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Nembhard in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Pippen misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's Nembhard on the wing, guarded by Jackson. On the wing, Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Nembhard. Rebounded by Prosper. Prosper's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Here's Anderson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th assist on the night.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Pass to Middleton. Greg, when it comes to All-Star Weekend, which event do you look forward to the most?
It's got to be a three-point contest, right? No judges, no half-hearted defense. There's a purity to it that I just appreciate.
Here's Pippen, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Memphis making a change here. Spencer's checked in.
One shot.
Free throw good from Pippen. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Nembhard against Jerome. From outside the arc, and he's good on the 3-ball.
His first 3 of the game. Maybe that gets him going from out there.
And Jerome has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Middleton against Jackson to the wing right side. 5 on the clock. Here's Jerome. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Middleton looking it over. Inside. And it's Bagley. That time on the assist by Middleton.
Oh, successful trip there. Middleton running that pick and roll. He can also work as the screener when need be.
Now Jerome to the inside. Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Thompson misses.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Jerome with it. Pippen outside. The three connects from three-point range.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Bagley, and the Grizzlies also with the sub. Hendricks is checked in. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Thompson outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas. They swipe it. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years, but nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
Here's Jerome. Outside Jackson. Pass to Hendricks. A three-pointer, no good. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Gafford passes to Nembhard. Here's Middleton. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. And the Mavericks another 3.
He is coming alive here in the second half. That's a nice shot there, and now he is rolling.
Nembhard against Jerome. Driving to the basket. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jerome's got 34.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
Thompson for the triple. Hendricks pulls it in.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Outside Pippen. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Jerome passes to Jackson. Beyond the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Pass to Middleton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Memphis has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Hendricks passes to Jackson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Daniel Gafford. Marvin Bagley's checked in for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for flag.
One shot.
And Jackson no good on that one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Thompson. Nembhard, the pass to Middleton. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing. Williams passes to Nembhard. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Here's Middleton. Jerome with the rebound. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Here's Hendricks. And that one is stuffed right through.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Thompson outside. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. And they pick up 2. Bagley's got 4 this quarter.
That's the kind of toughness Bagley needs to show on every possession. Shake off the contact and finish through it.
Pass to Hendricks. Over Middleton. Releases from the wing and drills it. The Mavericks have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Outside Williams. Middleton on the wing. To the middle. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Thompson against Jackson. Here's Jerome. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Middleton. Pass to Nembhard. Now here's Williams. Nembhard sets the pick for Williams. And here's Middleton. 5 to shoot. That one good for 2.
It's difficult trying to throw Middleton off his rhythm. Remarkable job staying with that shot.
Now Eldama. Jackson passes to Jerome. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Jerome's got 38 points.
There is no doubt he's been the dealer for them on offense, but he is going to need some support from his teammates.
Middleton dishes to Williams. Now here's Middleton to the paint and finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
Pass to Jackson. 1:46 left in the game. Jerome, no good. Dallas has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Now Thompson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Middleton is doubled. Nembhard for 3. Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year. And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Cooper Flagg.
Well, he did a great job involving everyone in the offense, setting guys up for scores, and the assist total shows it.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
and their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Middleton, a screen on Jerome. Nembhard for three. Rebounded by Jackson.
It's just not his night from the three, but this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
Hendricks passes to Jackson. Here's Aldama. Pass to Hendricks. Buries the long-range jumper.
3 points.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Nembhard with it. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Alan